Sorry. I just wanted to give this message because I feel like there's a lot of you that might be needing to hear it. Welcome, love and light, guys. I did say I'm taking a break and I'm resting. Taking time to heal from my body. I needed to heal some pains that I'm having in my body and just trying to meditate it out of me and stuff. So I've been kind of like just focusing on that. But I want to give you guys a little something that you guys, sometimes when we're waiting for something to come in, a blessing or a change to come in, sometimes when we're waiting for something to come in, how can I put this? Okay. Sometimes when we're waiting for a blessing to come in or something to change in our lives, we could become really hateful and resentful towards the people we're currently with. Okay? Good morning. You understand what I'm saying too? So when you're waiting for something else to happen, the current situation is bringing you resentment towards the people that you're currently in that situation with. For instance, let's say you're in the middle of a divorce. Well, I'm just making an example. Or you're living with your parents, or you're living with somebody, or you're living with a roommate, and you want to move out. And you're like, I want to move out right now, I want to get the fuck out, but I don't really have the funds to do it right this moment. So as you're waiting to move out and get your funds together, every little thing that the roommate is doing is irritating you. The parent is doing is irritating you. The boyfriend is doing is irritating you. It's a lot of energy this morning, lots of vibrations, and today is my father's birthday in heaven. In heaven, I like to think, but who knows, right? We don't know where everybody's at because there's so many levels to the astral realm. It's like we don't know if people are working on themselves or not, and who am I to say my dad's in heaven? Everybody automatically assumes their loved one went to heaven. No, honey. Not everybody goes. Not all dogs go to heaven, if you know what I'm saying. Not saying that they're in hell either, but there's different levels to the astral realms, okay? So we don't know where everybody's at mentally and emotionally and what they're working on in their spiritual state. But as you're transitioning and you're going through this is wild. I'm literally going through this. Well, that's why I said, let me just tap in. I feel like there's more people that need to hear this message. It's hard to think positive when you're in a negative state of being, right? When you're trying so hard. I'm living with my best friend on our couch, been getting really upset, easily upset with her. Right. Because that's the thing. When you're in the midst of transformation, you're ready to change, you're ready to move on, it is extremely, supremely important that you try not to have resentment for the people around you. For instance, for me, when I was getting like frustrated with people, I mean, like every little cough got on my nerves. I was like rolling my eyes at their coughs and like at any noise they made, their laugh, their everything. I hated. So these past couple of days I've been reflecting on that a little bit and trying to be more compassionate and understanding towards people, towards things, because I'm not perfect, right? I'm not perfect. And one thing about me that I love about myself, one of the biggest qualities I love about me, is that I admit when I'm not doing how I'm supposed to be doing, when I'm not in the space that I'm supposed to be at, I will literally point it out. And that's a Virgo trait. That's why if you ever get a Virgo in your life and they start criticizing you, so long as they're not hurting your feelings, they probably came into your life to help you do better. Because Virgos will be like, oh, you shouldn't wear those jeans. They look too small on you. You should put a pair of jeans that cover your ankles because those look weird. Like they make your legs look shorter. You know, you should wear a longer shirt. And like they'll point little things out and it seems like criticizing, but actually, in all honesty, Virgos see things that nobody else sees. Like, we're very meticulous. So when we look at things, we see like the corners and the details of things. We don't just see like the whole thing. We're just like, that shirt's too short, those pants, and we're not doing it to be mean, right? But that's what we do to ourselves. And if you have a lot of Virgo in your chart or whatever, or you know someone who is a Virgo, try to understand them, because they're not coming from a mean place. They really do just want to, like, not fix you, but they just want to help you, like, in some way. And to them, that's help. Meanwhile, it's coming off as like rude and fucked up, but try to understand that, which is one of the things that I do with myself a lot. I'll be like, okay, my top is longer than my bottom. And I try to figure out ways to like balance the two, and just things that people might find silly, but yeah, exactly, things that, and it's exactly. But like, again, if a Virgo is in their shadow and they do that, they can get very like overly critical and judgmental, call you whore and shit like that. And that's where I draw the line. Like, if you're gonna be like, yo, don't wear that outfit, it's making you look a little, you look a little chubby in that, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm like, thank you, changing. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody's like, you look like a fat bitch, you whore, then I'll be like, okay, now you could leave. Okay, and I've had that before. I've dated a Virgo that was like that. Like, every little thing I did, he would like make me feel horrible about myself. So I've been doing some reflection this past couple of days, and one of the things that I will tell you guys, when I say I'm going on a break, I want you to understand, I'm not just like, I'm not out there. I literally am reflecting. What do I need to do to heal this, and what can I do to fix that, and how can I change this, and how can I do that, and how can I work with that? And then I'll ask my spirit guides to highlight the things in my life that need to be, balanced and all that. For me, everything needs to be balanced right now, but personally, I feel like if you're going through a transformation right now, and you'll know this because you can be like, I know she's talking to me, because I feel like I'm like, something is leaving me. You just get that feeling. It's an intuitive notion. Hey, Diala, my love, Brave, my love, I love you. It's an intuitive thing that goes inside. It's from your heart. You know something's changing. You're about to either expand or like leave something behind, you know what I mean? And if you're in that process right now and you're like, Flo, you're talking to me, bitch. I am literally in that process. I'm tired of living here. I'm tired of this job I'm hearing. Like, if you have a job right now and you work somewhere, this is the message. I listen to Abraham Hicks a lot, and like people like Dolores Cannon and all these, and Kelly Howell. These are like very like, you deserve it, the universal mind, and it's already yours, and blah, blah, blah. And they're always talking like that. And I continuously hear them say this one thing that just, while you're manifesting this thing, you have to be sad. Excuse me. Back away from the phone. Thank you. While you're manifesting this thing, you have to be internally satisfied with what you have right now, and you have to feel the feeling, which is so annoying, right? Who doesn't think, let me ask you, don't you think this is the most annoying thing in the world? While you're trying to manifest that, you gotta be satisfied with the shit you got right now. And it's like, I think that's the point of me trying to manifest something, is because I don't like this shit that I'm in right now. But that's the point. It's like, we have to be grateful for this moment. Oh, God, I just got hit in the head. We have to be grateful for you see that, like, we have to be grateful for the moment. And then like sometimes I'll catch myself complaining about everything in this moment that I'm in. Yeah, just got home from work right on time. Yes. Sometimes I'll catch myself complaining about every little thing, and that is so ugly, right? This is the ugliest thing I could do. Like, when I start complaining about this, complaining about that, and then my angel showed me this yesterday. Hold on, let me show you. Let me see if it's here. No, it's not. Hold on, stop sharing. I really want to find it because this is what I see. Fuck. Okay, anyway, I don't know where it is right now, but it said, Your angels want you to know that as you're manifesting new things and new beginnings are coming in, to stop complaining about your current situation. I think it was number 54, I think, or 46 I kept seeing everywhere. Like, look here, I'll show you. Ready? You see that? Look at the bottom. You see the bottom? 446, 45, and then 45. 446, 45, and 45. So I looked that up like in a sequence, 446, and I looked up 45. I looked up the number 9 because I do numerology and I add the numbers up. So I looked it up and I said, and then I saw a smile because a large sum of money is coming to you right now. And I was like, you know, like annoyed, right? Annoyed, you know, because, you know, you see the sign and then you're like, motherfucker, like, when, bitch? Bitch, where? Ow, 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 ow. And so I got real annoyed, but I wasn't annoyed at, like, the universe or my angels. I was more, frustrated with, like, how can I say, with the waiting period, right? It was the, oh my gosh, the waiting. And, but you see, here's the thing though. I can't lay like that because of my arm. Here's the thing. While we're manifesting stuff, we have to be patient with what we're experiencing right now. The family stuff, a lot of you are walking away from some kind of toxic family situations. I mean, I feel like you love your family very much is what I'm going to say I'm hearing. You love your family very much. I hear it. Like, you've always been there for them. You've always been the one that they went to and they called on and all that stuff, which is great, right? But I also feel like you've gotten taken advantage of a lot, and so you're feeling like now is the time to. And it's not even about that. It's not even about I got taken advantage of, because that's complaining, right? Look, some of you came to be of service, right? And that service, it was a lot of self-sacrifices. You understand? Mm-hmm. Thank you for the badges. Oh, by the way, let me just make this announcement. I'll come on Instagram sometimes, but I really would love for you guys to start heading on over to YouTube. When I come post, like, I'm going to be on YouTube. You know, I'd really like to start getting my YouTube up and shit, and Instagram. You know, I post a lot. I put a lot of videos, and, you know, anyway, we'll talk about that later. But, you know, I'll come on Instagram sometimes because I think some people that just don't go on YouTube are here and they might need the message. But anyway, I've also learned to be of service to my soul and not worry about being of service to everybody else's soul. As healers, which most of you are healers, you're light workers, you're empaths, you're star seeds, right? As these types of beings here on this earth where we're temporarily at, and obviously no, we don't belong, but we're here. This is our home right now. Earth is our home, right? So we have to make ourselves comfortable. Like, some people never get comfortable with the fact that they're on Earth. Some people never get comfortable. Yeah, exactly. With the fact that they're here on Earth. Like, this is not my home. I don't belong here. This is not my home. You know, it's, but here's the thing. And then we start to have a resentment for Earth. And it's not Earth's fault that, you know, you came here and you just feel out of place. It's like trying to put on a pair of jeans that don't fit. It's like, dude, they don't fit. Let them go. You know, give them to somebody. Give it away. To get it out your closet. You know what I mean? So it's hard to be a starling. I'm here on this earth as an earthling. You know, so it is hard. But I just wanted to give you guys this. I don't want to drag the messages on because I feel like a lot of people today have no patience for a slow and steady wins the race. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is time for you to embrace the role of steady and slow. Because I will tell you, as a person who is constantly, hello Jay, who has constantly received things very quickly and have lost them very fast, just as fast. So this next part of your journey is asking you to just stay back, take it easy, relax. Because these next something here, because I'm going through the roommate situation and the family situation. Thanks for embracing yourself and not selling yourself for television. Oh, you're welcome. So this guy won't leave me alone. I don't know what to do. Constantly texting and calling me from different numbers. December, I think I said in a reading about like a week and a half ago that your stalker is coming back. I don't know if anybody remembers that reading. I was talking about your stalker is coming back. It's time to block them. Listen, if you gotta take it as far, I'm not really one. I don't like getting cops involved. I'm old school. I'll call a guy cousin and get his ass whooped or something. I don't know, like that's how I roll. But I mean, like if cops gotta get involved, sometimes they gotta get involved because this fucking weather is making my whole shit hurt. They gotta get involved because some people are just they understand the law more than they do old school whippings. You know what I'm saying? Like old fashioned mob beatings and shit. But it's each his own. So you figure out what's this person afraid of more. Are they afraid more of like getting their ass whooped, or are they afraid more of the cops being involved? But if you're gonna whip somebody's ass for stalking you or your family member, make sure you don't get caught. Like you gotta send somebody. I'm not gonna you imagine it. You picture the thought. Just you gotta do shit. Sneaky. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be out wilding out in the middle of the daytime beating people up. But if somebody is stalking you and it needs to be put in their place, and you know somebody who needs $20 real quick. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm old school. That's all I'm saying. I handle shit differently. I don't like cops. I'm not a cop caller because they don't do shit anyway. You gotta, and it's not even about being gangster. It's about, violence is not the answer, right? But some people they don't understand any other language. It's like, they don't understand any other language. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can talk to them nicely. You can have the cops call on them. You can take them to court. They don't understand any other language. You whoop their motherfucking ass. They understand that language. Some people, like I said, I'm not a violent person. Because violence isn't the answer, but there's just some people who they don't understand this, But, I'm just saying that's in like dire circumstances. Look, I'm not going to beat nobody up like that or have them beat up unless they're really, God forbid, fucking with me. Then best believe the motherfucker's walking out of his job or out of his house in the morning and his car's fucked up, and then in the middle of the night he's going to get, probably kidnapped, But I'm just saying, you gotta look out for your own, Because some people just don't understand. But because I ain't dealing with no stalker. You're not gonna stalk me. The second you start showing signs of stalkingness, you're gonna get shut down real quick. I've had that before and it wasn't pretty. I don't deal with shit like that. That fucking desperate ass fucking, them lovely eyes. I love you. Thank you. Thank you, Nyla, for the badge. That desperate shit, I don't deal with desperate people. I can't. That desperation shit to me scares me. You got to be real careful about desperate people. Actually, somebody yesterday just texted me, and she said, here, I'll show you something, December. Watch this. Wait. I think I posted it. Flo, you were right about the stalker. I'm at a concert and my stalker is 5 minutes away, is standing right next to me. Your predictions were right. You know what I'm saying? I told you guys, the stalker's coming back. You gotta listen. I can't stand fucking stalkers, man. That fucking, man. It's like, no offense, love and light, but that desperation shit is just one thing that scares me. Because people who are desperate, and they'll do anything. Anything. They can't, like, thank you for the badges, Tyler. I love you. Thank you, my love. People who are desperate, that's what, let me just tell you guys something. I'm going to give you guys a message too right now. Besides the fact that you need to be patient with the people around you and try to be compassionate, loving and understanding with the people that you're around right now. I'm going to tell you another thing. You guys gotta stop fucking with people in relationships that are like showing red flag signs and shit. Listen. I get it. You get lonely. I get it. No, who doesn't understand that loneliness? Yeah, but I don't get lonely, so I don't get how people feel lonely. I mean, I feel alone, but not lonely. There's a difference, okay? Feeling alone is more like, damn, I'm alone. Loneliness is like, lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely. You're like singing a sad song, trying to get a drink at the bar and shit. That's not, I'm talking about being alone and loneliness are two different vibrations. But one of the things you guys gotta stop doing, you have to listen for your own good. I'm not your mama. I'm not your mama, but I am, in a sense, your higher self talking to you through this phone right now. You gotta stop fucking with people just because you fucking miss having a person. Fuck that. Like, listen, I am a very loving person. I love love, right? I love love. I think love is a very beautiful idea, right? A concept. It's beautiful. Love is beautiful. Thank you, Dyla. Keep buying badges. Thank you, my love. Love is a very beautiful thing. It can be, but it also could be a very ugly and very toxic thing. People could love you and then they could be in love with you and then they could be obsessed with you. And obsession, lots of people misinterpret love for obsession for love. Honey, no, honey. If somebody can't accept that you're not texting them that day because you're busy, right? You know those people, maybe this is a message for some of you needed to hear this shit, right? You know those people, like you'll be like, oh, yo, I'm busy today. You know, I can't call you back or whatever. And they're like, what? And they're texting you 1,000 times a day. Man, see, now that's that shit I don't like. You know what I'm saying? A stalker motherfucker, that's that shit I do not like. And if you accept that, you accept that. If you accept that shit, yo, you're just fucking calling in that bullshit energy. I ain't fucking with that shit. I'm sorry. We gotta start choosing what's best for us with love, you know? I know, Dyla. We gotta start choosing what's best for us with love, you know? Even with sex, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, sex is a beautiful thing. It's so beautiful. It could be so beautiful. But if you can't stay without it, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. It's toxic, you know? People who can't stay without sex, I don't know what, like, if you can't stay without drinking every weekend, what does that tell you? You're what? An addict, you know? And nothing, okay, here's how I want to give this message. Nothing should feel like you need it. Like you have to have it or else. Like if you don't have it, that's it. You're never gonna fucking be okay. I need this, I have to have this, I gotta have it. If you feel like you have to have something and it's an obsessive energy, that's not a healthy, that's an entity attachment. That's a cord, right? Thank you, Dyla. I do have pretty eyes though. I'm sorry to interrupt your reading, but I'm in need of guidance, a lot to explain, but I would love to book a, yeah, I'm not doing readings right now, not for another month. I'm not doing any readings for nobody, for nothing. I've had a moment of clarity with spirit and they told me that I need to back off for a while. So when I get that message, and let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you why you guys are sent to me. Let me tell you about Flo. Flo likes to get this money, okay? You want to talk about getting that bag? I like to get this money in the right way. I like to get it in a moralistic fashion, right? I did illegal shit for money in the past, but, you know, that was the gangster in the past life for me. That came back to, you know, bite me in the ass. But today, in this energy and my whole life, besides that little moment in time I had in this lifetime, I always did the right thing, especially for money. I worked hard. I helped a lot of people. I helped myself. I took care of my family members, my younger brothers, my sister. And there was a red cardinal right there. It just passed by. But I like to get that money. So, but when spirit tells me it's not time right now to do readings and to work, and I know that I'm not gonna be making money, it stings. It's like, ouch, right? Oh man, but you guys know I need to make this money and blah 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 and do the lives. I mean, so much so to the point that spirit had Cash App said that I can't use them no more because I was like doing some illegal activity, which I don't even know what the fuck that means, to be honest with you. But you gotta pay attention to the signs. When Spirit says sit your ass down, sit your fucking ass down, okay? Because what you listen, what you don't understand is sometimes being broke for a while is like the best thing that can happen for you. For you, not to you, okay? So you might be like, oh, but I need to make this money. I don't want to be broken. I gotta hustle and I gotta hustle. I get it. Unless, like, you know, unless you, if you like, you don't got no money saved and you gotta buy food and get all that. I get it. You gotta go to work. You gotta do your thing. You gotta pay your rent. I'm talking about those people who have the luxury of like, I saved some money up. I'm gonna just work on that for now. Spirit told me to sit my ass down. I live with my family. I'm good. I got food in the fridge, on the table. My kids are fed. When you're told to sit your ass down, it's for a reason. But instead, people just want to get up and go. And let me tell you, what are we talking about demons for? Yeah, exactly. Yes, you could. Here's the thing about these so-called demons. I noticed very much so that demonic entities are not like they're actually human beings, because like every time I've seen them, they came in a form of a human who just got really deep, dark into it. Like they just couldn't take their way out. And so these people that have that energy, like she says, they're succubus energies. These are people that acquired an entity, and that entity became attached, and then it got out of control. It got out of control. Like, it's obsessive. It's like, you know, never ending fucking hate is what I'm hearing. Because people that can't live without somebody or can't do something unless somebody's there, those are people who have massive hatred in their heart, and they just can't seem to like let it go. You know what I mean? I can't. Today I can't. I've been with people like that. I mean, one person I was with almost killed me because he was so obsessed with me. You know, he almost killed me. He choked me out. I almost died. I remember running out of the house with a t-shirt and boxers on and like running through the street like somebody helped me. That was like one of the lowest moments in my life, and I allowed that to take place because I wasn't aware of those toxic traits of a person who's so obsessed that they might kill you just so you're not with nobody else type shit, you know? That's why I tell people, you want to cheat and shit? Are you crazy? You know people die over cheating, right? Like, no, we don't have the patience for cheaters today, because guess what? Some people just, they're not gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? Some people are not gonna take it. You might be the type of person, if someone cheats on you, you might be like, okay, well, whatever, they cheated on me. But there are people out there that will not accept that. Their ego will come there and kill you. And so just be very careful who you're dealing with. You're dealing with people. You don't want to be in a relationship, just don't be in one. You know, I don't know why this message is coming out, but this is the time to understand the people you're dealing with, who you are around, what you're doing. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be real with you guys and raw with you guys, because you know me very well. I could give a fuck less, to be honest with you. I'm going to say it because I was doing lots of shit for free. The classes for free, free readings, free answering people on text messages all day. Let's clear it. I'm not going to say much. You know, answer people on DMs, and I said to myself, like, what am I giving my energy to, and what's happening with me? And I recognized that I was spreading myself thin around the globe, right? And I had to really reflect on myself, and you have to do the same right now, because I'm gonna say this right now, because this next chapter is gonna require for you to have a very strong team around you. So you know, those people that that you trust, look around your circle right now. I want you to look around your circle. Who is there for you? Who texts you? Are you okay? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Who's there for you? You know, it's hard to be alone, like I said, but being alone for me has given me a lot of self-reflection time. Like, you know, I could easily, which I don't need to and never will, but I could easily do a stint in the pen for 10 years right now, but I would never have to. But I could, because I'm very good at being by myself, and it's not a toxic thing for me. It's not like I'm all alone. Because I know in time, spirit will, and I will find those who are meant to be in my life, you know? So it's like you want to be, you know, we're social creatures, humans. We are social creatures. We don't like being alone. We're not supposed to be alone. You know, they say it takes a village to raise a child. We grew up social. Every time there's this whole planet, what do humans do? We all run to live right next to each other. We don't want to live far from each other because we're social creatures. And then, you know, that social contact is necessary for some people to survive. And altogether, some people cannot actually, they don't know how to survive without social interaction, and that's a dangerous thing, because you know if the world was to end tomorrow, which is not going to, the world ain't ending anytime soon, so get that fucking thought out of your head, okay? We're not even close to that yet. When it comes close to the era of like Atlantis, and people get overzealous with their creations, and their they want to create bombs and weapons and stuff like that, which they already have, but our star family is really highly protecting us all the time. You know, you gotta be alone for a while, and you gotta survive. You're gonna have to, you know, you gotta tell yourself, like, is this worth it? Are these people worth it? Is this situation worth it? Like, what is? Listen, man, you think I don't want to just like meet somebody right now and just have wild sex and just like ride him and go crazy, right? I mean, if the thought crosses my mind. However, I choose to say, like, you know, I'm waiting on the right moment, the right opportunity with the right person, because I've done that whole like random sex shit and random dating and all that. It's just not. I always left disappointed. Yeah, like I just shaved my pussy for no reason. You know what I mean? It's like that type of feeling. You know, you fucking sat there. It takes you forever to shave your legs, your pussy, your underarm hair. And now you got yourself in this bed with this retard, and he's fucking on top of you, breathing like a goddamn horse, and you're just looking up like, what the fuck? How did I get here? You know what I'm saying? Is it worth it? No, it's not. So just take your time. Be by yourself for a little bit. It's funny because I wrote this last night. Sadness is for people who have nothing better to do. Joy is not something that comes to you. It's something you find. I don't know. I was writing some stuff down last night. You know, this is your moment, you know. So, you know, I don't know. This message was all over the place, but I also want to say this. I'm going to leave you guys with this, and it wasn't supposed to be that long. If you're hearing Spirit say, take your time, rest, you know, relax, take time out, be by yourself, or give this a break for a little bit, or just wait, and you're hearing these things and you're just like ignoring it, if you don't face it now and you don't do what you're supposed to do now, it's just going to keep rolling on back right to you, and you're just going to be dealing with it later. So just might as well face it head on, right? It's really important to understand you should just face it head on, because at this moment, in this time, a lot of people think you died. I love you. You're a number line, man. Don't even give me that feeling to get up and get dressed and like them anymore. Link with them anymore. Yeah. Everybody's alone and depressed right now. And you're not depressed, okay? It's the fucking moon cycles. There's a solar eclipse. First of all, Pluto's about to be in retro, or already is. Mercury is in retro. This is the time where everybody's going to feel like they're depressed. You're not depressed. Get that fucking word out of your mouth. Because feeling depressed and being depressed are two different feelings, two different things. So what you can say is things like this: I'm going through a little bit of a rough patch, but I know I'm getting out of this soon. Every day things get better and better and better. I will be better and better and better. Everything is getting better and better and better. I love you too, my love. Yeah, you know, this is a tough time, and I'll tell you guys, I went through a massive tough time these past week. If I could, I won't even talk about what I went through because it's not even worth it. But it was tough. I gotta tell you, spiritually, I battle many, 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 many tough things that a lot of people cannot take on. It'd be impossible for them to take it on because they would have gave up a long time ago. I battle many spiritual things, but I've been seeing that it's been dissipating a bit these past 2 days. I feel a lot more free and comfortable. And, you know, my guys have been in constant communication with me. We're working together to try to end some cycles and let some things go. And this is the moment that it's going to feel tough. It's going to feel hard because this is not easy. If it was easy, bro, everybody would be doing it. But they're not, because they choose to live in ignorance. And to them, ignorance is bliss. And for you, it is better to be in pain than to be falsely blissful, to be in a falsehood of blissfulness. So for you, you'd rather be like suffering for a minute just to get this shit out of the way, because I'm hearing that song by Ariana Grande. I can't fake another smile. I can't fake like I'm alright. Ooh, I don't know if you guys know that song. Fuck another fake smile. I like that song. You know, so it's like you can't pretend no more. This has been the I really, really hope that some of you are really taking in what I'm saying, because for this next chapter, you're going to have to like really be strong and brave. Very strong and very brave, because I feel like many of us are being led into our true North's node, our North's guidance, our paths that we deserve to be on, and all of this shit. And like, your guides are acknowledging that, yes, a lot of things, the suffering, of course, came from like our actions and stuff like that, which is tough to realize, but they do want to acknowledge that a lot of the things you experience, you didn't deserve to, right? Because we have to know that sometimes, like, you didn't deserve to experience that, you know, some things you choose, and some things, like, my shoulder has been bothering me with this weather, some things you choose to experience for your highest good. There are just a few things that slip in the cracks that just want to make your mission harder, you know. But you have a big mission, some of you, okay? And when I say you have a big mission, doesn't mean, yeah, you're doing me speaking in front of millions of people. That's not what I mean. The big mission I'm talking about is like, yeah, everybody's tired right now because of what we're experiencing, but that tiredness is like, I feel like this tiredness is going to disappear, and you're gonna. It's just like so many things I could talk about. Like, looking at back in the past, I don't remember how I let go of that and how I did that, because I remember being in dark places in my past and looking back at it today and going, how did I stop that? I don't remember how. And then I just like, I'll hear something like, you just let it go. You let it go. It wasn't about how you stopped it. It was about you were ready to let it go. And I'm going to tell you, if you're not ready to let something go, it's not going to go. So stop trying to force it, you know? It's like, that's the resistance state. You know, hello, good morning. That's the resistance state. When you're in the resistance state of being, you're just going to prolong the cycle, and it's going to be a tragedy, you know, instead of a fucking comedy. You know what I mean? So, okay, for this next step, I'm just going to let you guys know this and move on for the day. I'm going to let you go. I'll come back probably later or tomorrow. I'll see how the energy flows, right? Try not to resent the people that you're currently in the current situation with that is frustrating, irritating you. Remember that it's not their fault. Remember that they're also going through their own thing. Try to have compassion and be open-minded and very patient. And very patient. And you've been patient. You've been patient is what I want to say. Okay. How do we start the process of letting go? First of all, the first thing you're going to do is sit down and write things down that you want to let go of. That's the first thing. First thing you want to do is forgive everyone. So whatever has been happening with you, whatever pain you've been going through, whatever it is, the first thing you got to do is sit down and write down the people and the places and the things that hurt you and that you really want to let go and forgive them. That's the first step of letting go, is forgiveness, okay? First step. Step number 1, work on forgiving yourself and others. Because sometimes you'll be like, but I don't need to forgive myself. I didn't do anything. But you do, though, because you allowed yourself to experience that pain for that long. You know what I'm saying? When somebody hurts you and you're like, I didn't do nothing. They're the ones who did it to me. Right. But you, in a sense, allowed it, right? Because there's no victims here. There's no victims on earth. We are all choosing simultaneously to experience the things that are going to catapult us to the highest level of authority, I'm hearing, whatever. But this is like, there's no victims. So one thing we have to stop doing is blaming your mom because she was a crackhead, blaming your dad because he was an alcoholic, blaming your sister because she's a bitch. And yeah, everybody's playing a role. Don't forget you chose these actors in your movie. You know what I'm saying? You were the director and you casted these actors into your story. You were the director. Remember, you're like, okay, you had acting auditions when your soul was up in the heavens, the skies, wherever you choose to see it as. And you said to yourself, you're going to play my evil sister, okay? And what you're going to do is just be mean to me and, teach me about my ego because I need to learn about my ego. You're going to play my mom, okay? And you're going to be a bad mother. You're going to just letting you know, okay, I'll do it, sure. Because in the last lifetime, I was a bad mother to you, so I want to feel what it feels like to have done what I've done to you. And we choose these roles and these reputations I'm hearing, and all to betterment ourselves. I know it sounds crazy, like, what are you talking about? Why would I choose to suffer? I don't know. You tell me. You choose to suffer because suffering leads to enlightenment, baby. Baby, suffering leads to enlightenment. And every single wise man has said that suffering leads to enlightenment, okay? So you chose that because you know it leads you to, it's the fast track to enlightenment. Exactly. So, because if you have a perfect life, what are you really learning? Nothing. If you have a perfect life, how the fuck are you going to ascend if you have a perfect life? Tell me. You can't, because you're going to be stuck in perfection. And so that's why when the universe decided that there should be darkness along with the light, because we are all light beings, we are all the light, right? But we started off at the void, which is pure darkness, which is the 9th level of dimension of transcendence, right? And you have to understand, when we were the nothingness, the void, and we said the I am, right? And, it's like they said, God said, let there be light, and spoke it into existence. We all started off as this little kind of like cell or dot in the void, in the darkness. And then we became a light. Let there be light. Boom, I am, the I am. Then we came into these physical bodies. And we all understood something when everything was perfect, right? Everything was perfect. And this is where the Satan concept comes in. Everything was perfect. And then Satan came in and was like, yeah, but we need some bad things to happen too. Everything's too perfect. What's going on? And Satan is considered the bad guy because he came in and brought darkness into, or shadows self onto the earth, especially when all reality, that was his duty. He was chosen for that mission, and that was not an easy task for him to take on. And some of them got power hungry and they wanted to take over, but they needed to have that darkness. And then even death was not a thing with us. We didn't die. And then our ancestors, so when you say Jesus died for my sins, Jesus is an example as to who has died for our sins before that. So you have the Pleiadians and all that, and the Arcturians. The Arcturians is like the bluer people, and you'll hear of the concept of them. They didn't die, and then they volunteered to die for humanity because they knew that living forever, lessons won't happen, expansion won't happen, rebirths won't happen, and you won't get these experiences. And so they chose to. So when you say Jesus died for my sins, no, Jesus, just like the rest of those beings, those ascended beings, died for you to be able to seek enlightenment and to have a purpose and a journey. Otherwise, it would have just been all perfection and everybody's feeling great and perfect. And that's the concepts that we have to understand. You understand what I'm saying to you? So there's plenty of others who died for our sins, so-called sins, which sins is it's not even a word. It's like something that, you know, it means something like, you know, for me, sins, I forgot, I had this thing written down, but sins is like, it's like lessons. They died for our lessons so we can learn a lesson through them so that we can become expanding in our enlightenment, right? They kind of like took on the role so that we can expand our enlightenment through their trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you learn lessons from people that go through shit right here, right now on earth. So yeah, so we're in constant expansion mode. So we had ancestors before us who sacrificed their lives and their eternal living for us to be able to experience and to transform and transcend our experience here on this earth, right? Because earth is the one place where you can experience everything all at once in one place. It's like you're the avatar and you're living out different realities, and it could be very confusing and convoluted, but that's the universe. It's convoluted, it's confusing. The more you try to understand it, the less you'll understand it. So don't understand it and just let it be. Okay? Rich Rising. All right. I love you guys. Yeah. There's no such thing as the devil, okay? There's no devil. There's devils, right? The devil. When we talk about devils, demons, and all that stuff, it's the concept of that is misunderstood. That's the darkness that literally, you might think like that's their job, to be against you, right? To make you feel like shit about yourself. But in all reality, they all work for the same entity, which is God. So even God that's why they say God has all dominion over everything, and nothing and no one can take over you, because God is it. God even created demons. Okay, like they say, like the Muslims believe that the Quran and Allah created the jinns before he created humans. So if you don't know about that, you can look up about that. He created the jinns before he created humans. They were the first here on earth, right? They were before us, before humans even came. Why is that? If they're so bad and they're so evil, then why would God put them here on earth with us? Why? Because we needed them to learn about ourselves. And as much as you want to hate all these shadow, dark, yeah, they get annoying. Some of them get out of control, and they do what they're supposed to do. They help you awaken. You know, they scare you into submission. I mean, they scare you into enlightenment. But some of them, the problem is that some of them have run rampant, and they are not following the universal laws and not following the signs of free will. And that's why it became an issue. And that's why the light had to come back in and check these motherfuckers, because it started getting out of control. So this is where we're at right now. Right now, the universe is creating a balance. I have seen myself having planetary wars, because there's wars going on, and red state, blue state, as above, so below. So understand that what's happening here is happening up there, and we're all working with each other to try to balance, right? To try to balance. So just understand that everything's weird, right? But once you let go of trying to figure out what everything is, it's like the answers will just come to you. I stopped trying to figure everything out. I'm like content. I'm here. I came on earth for a reason. And yeah, right now things are not the greatest. I'm not having fun. I'm not doing. It'll get better. I'll be alright. You know what I'm saying? That's how you have to look. That's it. Okay? Alright, guys. I love you, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Just try to remember not to be like overthought. Like, what is going on? You're just going through something for a reason, and just try to accept it for what it is so that you can feel more calm and comfortable. Okay? I love you. I'll see you later. Bye. Bye, guys. Stages and phases. Exactly.